Hello, everyone. Welcome to PlayStation Emporium. And in this rebranding of this channel, where we talk about everything that's only PlayStation, and in the so everything, all the news, any upcoming games releases, the February PS Plus games that added for people to choose, all that stuff is going to be talked about on this channel. So this is episode 1 of PlayStation Emporium. Hope you guys like this channel rebranding and everything that's going to come from it in the future. So thanks for everyone for stopping by and visiting. And let's get started. So the first thing that I would like to talk about, first topic, is why I became to like PlayStation. And all these topics, if you would like to answer any of them, just please let me know. And we'll like to see what your comments are down below. So why I end up liking PlayStation? For me, it happened, if I remember right, back when I first saw the PS2. I wasn't a big fan of the original PlayStation look and stuff. When the PS2 first was shown off, I liked the way it looked. I liked the design a lot. In fact, it was a DVD player I thought was pretty cool. And so I got it at launch, and it's a blue box, and it was all just a very nice look. I just liked it, and the fact that you could upgrade it, an external hard drive and stuff like that. Sorry, internal hard drive and stuff like that. So I really liked that. And the first game that made me really like it was, of course, Dark Cloud. Kind of like it was like their Sony's like knockoff Zelda. Really good game. Second one was too micromanagement, but the first Dark Clouds would really like it. And then, of course, the Tekken games. I think it was Tekken 4. I think it was the first Tekken game on the system. And then, of course, Final Fantasy 10, 10 to 11, which I sunk thousands of hours in on PlayStation. Those are the games and the reason I really became a fan of the PlayStation brand. And ever since then, I've owned along with the PS2 launch, I owned the PS3 launch, I owned the PS4 launch, PS5 I got it like a month and a half later. I got it December 30th, so within launch. PS1 is the only home console I did not get at launch. In terms of the other systems, the PSP, if I remember right, I got that about a year afterwards. The Vita I got within the first 6 months. But basically the home consoles, the last 4, I've gotten at launch or really close to the actual launch day. So I really like to know everyone else's why they became to like PlayStation. And then the second topic will be my favorite PlayStation game for each generation. So for the PS1, it's a combination of actually 2. Legend of Dragoon, Sony's the only ever first big RPG they made, and I know they did that originally to combat Final Fantasy. And the other one is my second favorite RPG ever, Final Fantasy 8. Loved Final Fantasy 8. I think I beat that like 15 times now. Whenever we played again on the PS5, I just absolutely love that game. And then for the PS2, again a combination because I couldn't really pick. Final Fantasy 10 and Final Fantasy 11. Final Fantasy 11 I ended up beating, 10 I think I beat 12 times or more. I just love that game. It was the first Final Fantasy with voice acting. And then Final Fantasy 11, I played that overall between the PS2 and then the 360. I played that for almost 8 years, around 8 years. So I put thousands of hours into that game. Loved it. The PS3 was the first Uncharted. I just loved the Uncharted games. And really made me fall in love with the PlayStation system. PS3, sorry. And then for the PS4, my favorite game on there was Infamous Second Son. I loved that game. And then its prequel, First Light, I thought was really done too. I love those games. So those are my favorite games for each one. Recap: Legend Dragoon, Final Fantasy VIII for the PS1, Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy XI for the PS2, Uncharted for the PS3, and Infamous Second Son for the PS4. I'd like to know what everyone else's opinions are on their games for each generation of the PlayStation systems. And PS5 so far would probably be Astro's Playland. It's a really fun platformer. All right. Third topic is going to be my favorite PlayStation system design, and it's actually going to be the PS5. I really, really like that. It's really grown on me. Before that, it was the PS3, the big fat one. I love the way that looked. The PS2 was really nice. PS4 regular, and then the Pro. The only thing I don't like about the PlayStation design systems is when they create a Slim. Like the PS1 Slim looked like a portable CD player. The PS2 Slim like a cheap knockoff DVD player. Didn't look good. The PS3 Super Slim, didn't care for that one. PS4 Slim, didn't care for that one. The only Slim I sort of liked decently was the PS3 First Slim. That I still thought was pretty nice. But the Super Slim, nah, not so much. And then another thing, the fourth topic is I wish there was a Vita too. I really like the PlayStation Vita. Well-designed system, powerful, basically a PS3 in your hands. The Uncharted Golden Abyss was really good on it. The Resistance was really good on it. I think it was called Burning Skies, I believe. The Killzone game on there was fantastic. That Killzone game was better than the Killzone Shadowfall on the PS4 by a mile. It was really good. I wish they would have ported that to the PS4. Such a good game. Online wasn't bad on it either. It was a beautiful game too. The reason like the Vita failed was because, to me, in my opinion, was because Sony didn't have like Naughty Dog, Santa Monica, or any of their studios, Sucker Punch or anybody made games for it. That didn't help. And then the proprietary memory cards were so expensive. I think a 64 gig was what? Like $80 or something? It was ridiculous. And you couple them together, initial price of the system, it just hurt it. If it would have launched at $250, I think it launched at $300. Or, if they could have got it down as soon as they could to $200. And if their memory cards would have came out at no more than maybe $49.99 for the 64 and so on, I think it would have had a better chance than with their developers. But it has so much promise. I just wish they would give it another chance. I really do. And if they could kind of make it like a Switch, make it like the Switch Lite, but it could hook up and then you play your PS5, kind of incorporate it more at maybe the $200 price point. I think they could have a decent success on their sell, sell like 40 million or so sales, I think. And then the fifth topic is going to be my favorite Sony developer. And for me, that would be Sucker Punch. I love the Infamous games. Ghost of Tsushima I thought was okay, but for me, I still think Infamous is their best. Second Son, I think still thinks their best game. I'd like to know what everyone else is thinking, and if I had to put a second developer, it would probably be Guerrilla Games. And I liked the Killzone games. I wish except for Shadowfall, I wish they'd reboot that series, give it another chance. And after that would probably be Insomniac, and then rounding out the bottom for me would be Naughty Dog. I love the Uncharted, but not a big Last of Us fan. And then the next topic is going to be, I wish Sony had a design lab site to order custom controllers like what Xbox has. It'd be really cool to have an all green, neon green, like PS4 or PS5 controller, or like an all blue, all red, everything on it, that color. It would be so cool. And then, like engrave it like your PSN ID for like an extra $10 like Xbox does. Sony would make a ton of money on that, and I wish they would do that so bad, because I'd buy a couple controllers without question. And then the seventh topic is going to be PlayStation IPs you wish you had a sequel. And for me, I wish it was Legend of Dragoon 2. I know at one time they said, I believe it was during the PS3 days, they said at one time they had a sequel in development. And it was, I think, a year long or something into it, and then they canceled it. I'd love to see the first one get remade, see how it did, and then did a sequel. No, it was 1886, The Order. I know it was like a 4-hour game or something, but I really liked it. It was beautiful looking, good showpiece for the PS4 initially. And I saw a random somewhere there's like the 1887 was in development, multi-platform now. But I haven't heard anything about it in a while, so I don't know if anything's going on with that or not. And then an IP, the 8th topic would be IP I'd like to see rebooted. And for me personally, I'd like to see the Resistance series rebooted. But they should do like with Xbox does with Halo Master Chief. Make sure if they use a Nathan Hale character again, that he stays in all the games. Because I loved first Resistance Fallen Man. Resistance 2 was good until you find out what happened. I'm like, then the 3-1, you played with the guy, that what happened in 2, there's in 3, then he's with Hale's sister. I was like, I really love to see that series get another chance, but keep the same main character. And then a game and then something I said earlier in a different topic is, my topic would be, as I wish Killzone got another chance. Reboot it, start it over, but commit to like 3 games at least. Because Killzone 1 was decent. Killzone 2's biggest mistake was they were advertising as the Halo killer. Never do that. Just create a game, good sci-fi game, good story, good multiplayer, and then build from that. Don't call it any killer of any other series. And now, the final topic of the night is going to be most overlooked PlayStation IP. And for me, that comes from the PS3. And it's White Knight Chronicles, a Japanese RPG. I know they came out with a sequel. The first one did pretty good. The second one didn't do so well. And I thought they were really good games. I would love to see them brought back. How much popular PlayStation is, more than before. I really love to see it given another chance. Remake the whole thing, start over. And the first one does well. Have like ideas for a sequel, so it wouldn't be take so long to get that going, and do that. So those are my 10 topics for this first episode of PlayStation Emporium. So I would love to see people give me their comments on each of the topics. And the topics are, again, I'll give you a rundown of them. Why I came to like PlayStation. Favorite games from each PlayStation system. Favorite PlayStation design. Wishing we had a Vita 2. Favorite Sony developer. Wishing Sony had their own design labs like Xbox. PlayStation IPs wish had a sequel. An IP I'd like to see rebooted. Wishing Killzone got another chance. And the last one, the most overlooked PlayStation IP. So those are my 10 different topics in this first episode of PlayStation Emporium that I'd love to see everyone else's responses are. And to end this video, I'm going to show you the 5 new PlayStation 5 games that I picked up, along with the games I already own, so you can see the entire games I own for the PlayStation system. So, without further ado, here are those. Alright, so I just got today Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Picked up Demon Souls. It's going to be interesting. I remember playing the first one back in the day. Mortal Kombat Ultimate. I've owned that on Xbox, Switch, now PlayStation. Then I got this game, Spirit of the North Enhanced Edition. And then we got The Pathless. So those. are the 5 new games I got for the PS5. Here are the games that I had before. We have Sackboy. We got Spider-Man Miles Morales, the Ultimate Collection Edition, which came with 2018 Spider-Man. Man Eater. And then we got Immortal Phoenix Rising. So we got the Pathless, Spear North Enhanced, Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, Sackboy Big Adventure, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Even Souls, Spider-Man Miles Morales, and Ultimate Edition with the 2018, Mortals Phoenix Rising, and Man Eater. So those right there are all of my PS5 games I currently have for the system. So I want to thank everyone once again for watching the first episode of PlayStation Emporium. I really appreciate it. I hope you like the new venture of this channel. And I really hope everyone will come and support each episode. I'm going to try to do 2 to 3 episodes a week. Like I said, where we'll be, like I said, talking about news, upcoming games for the month that are coming out. When there's PlayStation events, I'll try to, stream them and things. So I hope you enjoy this brief taste of what's to come and in the future of the channel. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe, and have a good day. Thank you. Bye.